Hi there, welcome to Clarke Auctions. It's time again for another fine art auction preview for our sale on February 11th. And I'm going to start with some more of these interesting works that we have for February for Black History Month. Vincent D. Smith, who's an artist that we've been fortunate enough to handle, and this is called The Lovers, and it's estimated at $1,000 to $1,500. And above that, funny enough, we have Family after The Lovers, and this is a mixed media work. As you can see, Smith used fabrics to create the clothing, and I think it's just a really fabulous little pastel there. Above that, we have another one by Smith at $1,000 to $1,500. It's called Shopping. We now have some other great works in the sale by an artist named Samuel Bach. It's almost like a futuristic work of art. And then below that, we're shifting gears to a Canadian artist named William Alexander Drake. This looks more like a WPA type painting, and it's estimated at $1,000 to $1,500. And we have more exciting works here at Clarke Auctions. This work we're looking at now is a carousel by a Polish artist named Jacques Zucker, and he worked a lot in Paris, and so this is a carousel in Versailles Park. Above that, we go to Spain with an American artist named Byron Brown. This picture, I believe, was done in the 50s or 60s, and it's a bullfighting scene, which Brown was known for. Moving along, we go to the festive coast of Monaco, and this artist is Jean de Bouton, done in the 1960s. This is a fabulous large work, and it has an estimate of $2,000 to $3,000. Moving along the front room here, we have another painting by Jacques Zucker, this time just of a still life. Again, a lot of interest in the Zucker. We have three works by the artist, and you can see his painterly technique in all the different flowers. Above that, we have a little bit of Africa, I guess is a way to describe it, by the artist Lawrence Labiduska. Nothing like trying to say that quick. This is a charming little painting with some African animals there, and that estimate is, I think, around $1,000, so really reasonable. Moving over, we have another Jacques Zucker, again of a restaurant in the Versailles Park, and again, you've got lots of exciting colors and movement with his painterly technique. Below that, we have a bit of a mystery, but again, we have a theme going with Versailles Park. This picture looks to be a little bit earlier than the works by Zucker. We couldn't quite decipher the artist, but we believe it's done around 1914. So a bit of an exciting mystery there, but a really amazing painterly technique. As we move along in the front gallery, we're going to a real extreme here with a Mexican artist. This is a contemporary work by the female artist Beatriz Zamora, and this work was done in 1980, and she's known for using a lot of different materials, almost like burnt wood. This is a mixed media work, and we have an estimate of $600 to $900. Moving around the front gallery, we now move on to three prints by the contemporary printmaker John Bader. He's known for doing the cafes, the trailer, Buddy's Truck Stop. You get three of these prints, fabulous prints in the lot, and they're reasonably priced. I think at like $600 to $900 for the three. So be sure to go look at clarkeny.com for more details. But going beyond cafes, we're now really going out of this world with the works of John H. Nichols, a contemporary artist. He's known for depicting UFOs, and here we have one of two, or actually three paintings we have by the artist, two just depicting UFOs, and this is the first of one of the encounters that he depicted, and they're only estimated at $600 to $900. So for those who are fascinated with the UFO world. Moving along, we now move to some pastels by the French artist Eugene Carrier. These are really charming. You can put them left and right. We've got them displayed slightly different, but those are estimated at $3,000 to $5,000, and they just are really the mystery, of his technique. And moving on from France to the contemporary artist with a girl and a doll. This is by a Spanish artist who worked in Spain, or not, well, he's Spanish, but he worked in Italy a lot, and that is by Xavier Bueno. He's a really interesting artist with atmospheric darks and pops with the little girl there. This is estimated at $4,000 to $6,000, and there's a lot of interest in this work, reasonably estimated. Moving back in time, we move up to an American artist who's William Matthew Pryor. This is a charming little girl. His dates are 1806 to 1873. And I'm not quite sure of the name on the back, but we think we know who the portrait is, by Lenora Francis Fallis, possibly from a Boston area family. And this painting is estimated at $5,000 to $7,000, and it's just a charming work by the well-known Pryor. Moving along, we have another bit of mystery, but interestingly signed. It's inscribed possibly by Beaufort. The technique looks similar to the African-American artist Beaufort Delaney. So we have another interesting work for Black History Month. This is only estimated at $600 to $900. Below that we have another of the works by Vincent D. Smith, another African-American artist. And this is a pastel and collage that he did, I think, in the late 60s, early 70s, so that you have paper cutouts mounted on top of a piece of paper that he's embellished with pastel. The final work in the front gallery is another galactic scene. This is another Nichols painting of a UFO, which was supposedly an encounter in Puerto Rico, in which some Air Force jets got involved. So, and this is also in the book by Nichols that he did, I believe, in 2007. Hi there, we're now in the main gallery, and let's look at some of the wonderful art that we have. We've got prints by contemporary artists. We've got drawings by Connecticut artists. And we have this interesting painting. It's a third of the John Nichols paintings of Edward Billy Meyer, who is a famous ufologist. I think he was abducted by more aliens. We've got female artists, prints, a interesting painting possibly by an artist named Leonard. We've got this wonderful long painting of women. We've got more prints by Leger, Miro, and Peter Max, more abstract paintings, a diversity of things. We've got works by Foley, a pair of works that were given to the consignor's parents. We've got more works by female artists, flowers, and lovely 1930s barnyard scenes, and just an array of things here at Clarke for our February 11th sale, and so many things that we've got. Primitive works by American artists, French scenes, and even a few old masters as we move along, inspired by Titian, and more oil paintings of women scantily clad. We have so much to look at and so little time, but then we have Dutch art, 19th century, Judaic art. We have some scholars studying. And an interesting portrait that we move over to is possibly a self-portrait of the German artist who emigrated to America, Paul Weber, who was a landscape artist. And this is a wonderful early 19th century portrait. Its initial W, Paul in the corner, and the artist with his palette. And we also have some group lots for those who want some interesting little paintings. And we have still lifes, and you get a portrait with that, and that's another couple of little paintings. So all kinds of sizes and array of things at Clarke. We've got a copy of a Murillo, the Spanish artist, a Corbella, and above that is a circle of Sargent portrait done in the 20s, possibly a famous person there. And again, we've got so many more other things. Here we got a Toulouse-Lautrec print, and another interesting print we have is a boxing scene by Bellows, and above that is another African-American work by Vincent Smith. And we follow along to have some Audubons, and I guess as today we're filming is Groundhog Day, so we've got even some groundhogs. But be sure to look at our catalog, clarkeny.com, for more complete information and photos, and be sure to come in and view 3 days prior as well. And good luck at the auctions.